Have you ever promised yourself you'll change only to find yourself doing the same old things tomorrow and the next day and the day after that? Ethan gripped the hammer, knuckles white, staring at the half-forged sword on the anvil. His hands shook, heart pounding. The villagers had gathered outside, watching, whispering, judging. The sword bent slightly under his blow, just enough to ruin it. A murmur rippled through the crowd, and his stomach knotted with shame. He had imagined this moment 100 times, the applause, the admiration, the pride, but now he felt only humiliation. His chest burned with regret, every promise he had made to himself twisting like a knife inside him. For a moment, he wanted to drop the hammer and run. Daniel appeared beside him, rain dripping from his coat. "Ethan," he said softly, "you are wasting your gift. Dreams are nothing without action." Ethan's eyes filled with guilt. "I want to be better. But I can't even start," he thought. And yet, in the crackle of the storm and the hush of the villagers, a small ember of resolve flickered. He could either stay frozen in shame, or move. Ethan returned to his workshop, rain soaking the floor, staring at unfinished swords and tools. Each piece mocked him, a testament to delayed effort and broken promises. Every morning he had said, "Tomorrow I will start," and every evening had ended in inertia. Orders piled up, plows for farmers, swords for guards, repairs for villagers. Each delayed project gnawed at him like a persistent shadow. He wanted to hide, to ignore the weight of responsibility, but the shame now burned hotter than ever. Sitting by the river, he watched the water flow endlessly. "If only I worked," he whispered. Daniel approached again, gentle but firm. "You have a gift. One day you'll regret wasting it. Start small, start now." Ethan nodded, but fear held him tight. Still, the first flicker of determination was stirring, a whisper in his chest, "I can't stay like this." A figure appeared at the edge of the village, Samuel, the legendary blacksmith. He walked into Ethan's cluttered workshop, eyes sharp yet kind. "I've heard of your talent," Samuel said. "But talent alone will never make you great." He handed Ethan a piece of raw iron. "Shape this every day, even when you feel unmotivated. Discipline is forged, not found." Then he added a challenge, 3 days. No excuses. Fail, and return to your old ways. Ethan's stomach twisted. The mountain of effort felt insurmountable, but the only way forward was to lift the hammer. The hammer felt heavier than ever. Each strike made his arms ache, sweat stung his eyes. The first day, he worked only 5 minutes, then 10, then 30, as Samuel had instructed. By sunset, a crude plow lay finished. Imperfect, but real, villagers peered in through the windows, skepticism giving way to cautious hope. Children whispered excitedly, farmers nodded quietly. And Ethan felt something he hadn't in years, the pulse of progress. The first taste of accomplishment was intoxicating. Just when momentum seemed to build, disaster struck. One plow broke during harvest, threatening the crops of the village. The villagers' disappointment and worry pressed down on Ethan like a weight. He could almost give up, retreat into laziness and comfort, but Samuel's words echoed in his mind, "Discipline is forged, not found. Show up even when it hurts." Pain, shame, and fear collided in his chest, but he struck the hammer again, refusing to surrender. Ethan's days became relentless. Sunrise to sunset, hammer ringing, sweat falling, muscles aching. Each sword finished, each plow repaired, each tool polished became a symbol of growth. Progress compounded. The boy who once wasted mornings on daydreams became a man the village could depend on. Even when fatigue and doubt returned, Ethan remembered the broken plow, the 3-day challenge, and Samuel's piercing eyes. Every obstacle strengthened his resolve. Small victories accumulated into momentum, and momentum became confidence, pride, and mastery. Months later, Ethan's workshop gleamed with completed swords, repaired plows, and polished tools. Villagers came from far and wide, marveling at his work. But the true transformation was inside him. He no longer waited for motivation or comfort. He showed up, day after day, strike after strike. Samuel returned one evening, observing the bustling workshop. "Look at this," he said quietly. "Discipline, not talent, makes a master." Ethan smiled, sweat and soot on his brow. "I am no longer a dreamer waiting for tomorrow. I am a doer. A man who shows up." The river flowed quietly outside, indifferent yet enduring, a mirror of Ethan's newfound strength. And in that reflection, he saw the truth: greatness is forged through action, one small strike at a time.